You walk in. Big carts, tall shelves, warehouse lights buzzing overhead. Sam's Club greets you like a playground for grown-ups. Deals everywhere. Free samples on every corner, and that oddly satisfying sound of scanning big stuff in giant boxes. Feels like you're beating the system. But what if you're not? What if I told you that walking into Sam's Club without knowing the real rules is like playing chess against a grandmaster? Blindfolded. They want you confused. They want you to feel like a deal hunter while they quietly pick your wallet $6 at a time. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on the real reasons why your so-called savings might be slowly evaporating without you even realizing. This isn't your generic "don't shop hungry" or "check unit prices" nonsense. These are traps, engineering tricks. Retail psychology meets corporate jackpot. And you're the jackpot. Unless you learn this. Secret 10. The eye-level trick that's not so obvious. You walk down the aisle for frozen dinners. Boom, there it is, the family-size meal with the bold fonts and the nice glossy photo, right in front of your face at eye level. Looks like the best deal, right? Wrong. Sam's uses algorithm-based shelf positioning. Translation? The highest profit items go at your eye level. The ones with thinner profit margins, all the way down on the bottom rack next to the floor. You know, the shelf they count on you being too lazy to check. That lasagna that looks cheaper by the ounce than the one front and center, it's probably just below your knees. Same brand, different product lines. A few bucks less per item, hundreds per year if you catch it each time. Next time you walk in, don't just grab what your eyes are drawn to. Squat like you're hiding from a Black Friday rush and look at what's down low. Secret 9. The cart size conspiracy. Ever notice how the Sam's Club cart looks like it could fit a small car? That's not a favor. It's not generous. It's retail psychology 101. Larger carts make your purchases feel smaller, less noticeable, less wrong. It's been tested. When people use bigger carts, they tend to buy 20% to 40% more, even if they plan to just pick up a few things. You drop in bananas, not even halfway full. Add Tide, snacks, 2-for-1 trail mix tubs, still plenty of space. By the time the cart's comfortably full, you've spent enough to surprise your bank app. Come with a written list and stick to it like it's your GPS. You'll avoid the empty cart lie. Secret 8. The hidden expiration window. Sam's products are bulk. That's why we go there, right? But bulk doesn't always mean better. If it expires before you finish it. Check this tactic. The smaller the price drop per unit, the closer the expiration date. You might find those chocolate protein bars at a can't-miss price until you realize they expire in 3 weeks. And unless you're training for a marathon, you're not downing 60 bars that fast. So here's the play. Every time you see something that looks a little too cheap, check the expiry date. Much of the deep food discounts come when Sam's knows they'll toss the unsold stock soon. Great for resellers and big families. Not great if you're just shopping for two. Secret 7. The sample to impulse funnel. You're walking near the snacks. A friendly lady offers you a bite of cinnamon almond clusters. Tastes incredible. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. That sample is step 1 of a funnel. Yes, a literal sales funnel. You try it. The taste spikes your dopamine. Boom, you now go looking for it. Sam's places the product nearby, but not too close. They want you to search. Why? Because walking increases exposure. Exposure grows desire. And when you find it, big box, not resealable, you feel like you earned it. But here's what they don't tell you. That snack will usually show up at full price for 4 to 6 weeks after the sampling run ends. Then go on sale. Then get marked for clearance. If you can resist the sample-driven impulse, you can come back 3 weeks later and pay way less. Secret 6. The gas pump illusion. Everyone talks about Sam's gas prices. Best in town, they say. Cheaper than most local stations. And that's often true, on paper. But here's how the trick works. It's not always about what you pay per gallon. It's about how you pump. See, many members only stop at Sam's for gas once they're already inside. By that point, they've spent hundreds on groceries, a new microwave, a mystery box of skincare packs, and 2 beach chairs they didn't plan on buying. That discounted gas? It's like the ice cube after the fire. You've already spent more than you intended. The gas is just a cherry on someone else's cake. To win at this game, flip the script. Use Sam's only for gas first, and then decide if a store visit is worth it. Never reverse it. Here's why. After a fill-up, your brain feels like you've already saved money. That I won mindset tricks you into dropping more dollars inside. Clear your head first, shop smart second. Secret 5. The uniform sizing lie. Bulk looks beautiful. Everything feels efficient. But here's something most people never realize. Not all sizes at Sam's are actually better value. There are plenty of products where the Sam's Club jumbo size costs more per ounce than the standard size at Walmart, or even Target. It's called differential pricing. The manufacturer changes packaging and price per unit for warehouse stores, and sometimes they just assume you won't compare. Example: peanut butter. A recent study from a consumer watchdog group found that a leading brand at Sam's had a cost of 19 cents per ounce, while Walmart had the exact same brand, different container, at 15 cents per ounce. You get hit with the bulk is better myth. But in reality, sometimes big tubs equals bigger trap. Double-check that unit price label, even if it means pulling out your phone calculator. 30 seconds of math can save you $30 a week. Secret 4. The seasonal cycle scheme. Sam's doesn't just sell items. They sell urgency. Walk in during spring? Pool stuff. Midsummer? Fire pits. Fall? Christmas trees. Yes, even in October. But here's the trick. That seasonal shift always runs 4 to 6 weeks ahead of real life. Why? So you'll buy before you need. And if that product doesn't work like you hoped, they've already started clearing them off the shelves and moving on to the next season. The smarter way to play it is simple. Shop backward. Buy your fire pit in winter, pool floats in late August, holiday lights after December 26th. The savings can be jaw-dropping. Sam's doesn't want you to notice the pattern, but if you shop behind the calendar instead of ahead of it, you'll win. Every single time. Still with me? Good. Because what we're about to get into next isn't just about what you buy at Sam's Club. It's about how they set you up to buy things you never planned for. Let me paint the picture. You walk in, see that huge TV up front. Maybe you were coming for paper towels, but now you're just looking. Big mistake. Secret 3. The entrance trap. Sam's rotates their high-ticket items right at the front of the store. TVs, laptops, patio sets, massage chairs. Those things you probably weren't shopping for until you saw them in person. The lighting is slightly better in that section. It feels more premium. But it's all a psychological tactic called front-loading. They're warming up your brain. You think, $698, wow, not bad. You didn't buy it, but now $120 for household stuff feels like nothing in comparison. That TV set was never there for you to buy. It was there to anchor your brain into thinking everything else seems affordable. It's not illegal, just smart. Sticky smart. Brands pay big money to get placed up front in Sam's, not because they sell faster, but because they sell everything else better. Next time you walk in and see price tags you weren't expecting, keep walking. That's not the saving zone. That's a spending illusion. Secret 2. The member incentive misdirection. Let's talk about those exclusive member deals. You see the signs. Members save more. Plus savings. Instant savings. But here's what many don't realize. These offers aren't real-time discounts. They're pre-arranged pricing deals the vendors pay to push. Vendors, yes, the actual product companies, pay Sam's to feature them as member savings. Think digital coupons that look exclusive but are just funded advertisements. You didn't get a special deal because you're a member. You were targeted because the brand needed your attention. And here's where it stings. Some of those club member prices are still more expensive than buying the item through another site, or even Walmart on the same day. So always check that compare at logic. Just because it's labeled special doesn't mean it's a steal. Secret 1. The bulk gifting trap. Holiday season, birthdays, baby showers. Bulk seems genius, right? Boxes of snacks, giant blankets, 3-pack lotions, gift-ready tumblers in packs of 4. But take a deeper look. Most bulk gift packs aren't priced to give. They're priced to overbuy. Let's say you need a gift or two. You grab that 4-pack beauty set because you think it'll cover a few birthdays. But you weren't planning to spend on 4 gifts today. Now it sits in your closet collecting dust until Christmas rolls around. Sam's wins either way. You either open and use it early, or you forget about it and rebuy more later when you actually need it. Here's the fix. Unless you have a clear plan for each item in the multi-pack, skip it. More isn't always smarter. Sometimes it's just heavier. The free trial that's actually a funnel. Now, let me throw in a bonus trap. Free membership trials. They sound like the best way to test the store. But what they don't explain? That trial is dialing up your urge to make it count. People in trial periods often overspend by double to feel like they're maximizing their short access window. The result? You sign up for the full membership just to justify that trial spending. And now you're locked in, renewing every year because you already saved so much, even if you didn't run the numbers. Want to beat that trap? Flip it around. Shop like you're testing them, not the other way around. Keep records. You'll know in 4 trips whether the math works or not. The optical center secret. Nobody ever talks about this, but here goes. The Sam's Club optical department is one of the most underused savings zones in the entire store. And I know why. It's quiet. No big signs. No samples. You walk right past it on your way to grab snacks. But for those who do stop in, they find eye exams that cost less than half of most places, brand name contacts, and frame packages that beat online stores without the delivery wait. Insurance? Often accepted. Returns? Surprisingly good. And if you're a parent, huge play for kids' glasses, which disappear and break twice a semester. Make it a priority to check there before heading to your usual eye doc, especially if your benefits reset annually. Why the layout feels like a maze. Sam's Club doesn't label aisles clearly for a reason. Confusing? Yes. Random? Definitely not. Warehouse stores rely on discovery shopping. That means they want you to wander, to stumble into things, because shoppers who wander spend more. Ever noticed how the snack aisle snakes around pallets of kitchenware? Or how the diapers are near flat-screen TVs? It's not efficient. It's a strategy. One behavioral study found that disoriented shoppers are 14% more likely to buy something they didn't plan for. Why? Because their brains are looking for a win, a little "I found something useful" moment. Once you know this, it changes everything. If you shop Sam's with purpose, you're immune. Stay mapped. Go directly to your section. Exit fast. Let's talk about Scan and Go. Okay, we need to pause and talk about the app. Scan and Go seems like a gift at first. You skip the lines. You feel like a VIP, but there's a hidden agenda. When you scan your own stuff, there's no final price shock moment at the register. You don't see the total in one giant number with a cashier watching. That's deliberate. You're less likely to self-correct spending when the number builds slowly versus being slammed with it all at once. It's genius, because people scanned 6 boxes of snacks before they realized they just dropped enough to cater a youth soccer league. Want to use Scan and Go smart? Set a hard number limit. Use your phone's calculator if needed, and stick to your budget, no matter how fast that scan gun pulls you in. One-day pass isn't dead. If you know where to click, People gave up on the Sam's Club one-day pass idea, but it still exists. Kind of. They just bury it now a little deeper in the fine print.
Online, you can still create a guest account and shop. You'll likely pay a small upcharge, somewhere between 5 to 10%, which is the unspoken, non-member fee. But that only applies to some items. Others slide right through at member price. So if you want the bulk savings on electronics, furniture, or certain food categories without shelling out for the membership right away, this still works. And here's the real gold. Many Sam's Club Join Now promos offer full refunds if you're unhappy within 30 days. You can literally sign up, try it for a month, and cancel. No questions asked. Use that window like a secret test drive. Then you decide if it's worth paying to stay, not them. The finish line's not always online. Last one for this section, and it's a myth buster. People assume shopping Sam's online always mirrors the store. Sorry, not true. Sometimes, the same item costs way more online. Other times, online-only bundles give you a ridiculous deal you'll never find in-store. The big hack? Always cross-check before buying. See it in-store? Look it up online. See it online? Ask a clerk if there's in-store stock. Some items are store-only markdowns. Others are web exclusives. Many don't overlap. Play both sides, and suddenly you're working the game from above the board, not stuck rolling the dice like everyone else reading price tags in panic. By now, you probably see it. Sam's Club isn't just bulk shopping. It's strategic shopping. Quiet traps mixed with quiet wins, but only if you know where to look.